Today is Sunday. Today is the day that we decided to start with the CBD. We finally got the blood work back from the doctor. Everything looks good. No allergies. No blood works. The blood count looks good, and all the other ones. I can't remember what other tests we did, but we're gonna go ahead and start CBD with Christian today. It is, what time is it? It's about 11:30 in the morning. We're gonna be doing 3 dosages in the day. I think we're already kind of messing up because we have to keep the time around the same time, but we're going to tweak it a little bit because I won't be with him throughout the day. He'll be in his therapy sessions, so we're going to probably do it earlier, and maybe 2 dosages. I'll let you guys know for sure. But for now, we're going to go with 100 milligrams, which is 10 drops in his juice. Actually, it's 10 drops equals 8 milligrams for the CBD we got. 10 drops, right?
11.
Hold on, Christian. 1, 2, 3, 4.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Don't put it all so that it's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Christian, you want some juice? Christian.
You want juice?
Thank you. Come on, finish it. Drink it. Drink it.
He's got it. Drink it, Papa.
No.
A little bit more. Ponle más jugo if he doesn't like it. He's like, what is this?
Finish it. Good job.
You did it. And he left. You can put more juice in it now. Yeah. Don't tell me you're getting diarrhea. I'm just kidding. First dose down. Look, Christian, the Capri Sun, he's opening and putting it in the cup.
Drink some. Here. Christian. Drink some.
It's been 30 minutes and I don't see much of a difference because it's only been 30 minutes. We'll see in an hour. He's happy though. What do you want from this? Like, what do you want to see?
I don't see much difference on Christian yet, but maybe it's because either the dosage is too little, or it hasn't kicked in, or
his body needs to process it too. What I'm asking is, like, what do you want to see? Like, for me, I want to see him just a little bit calmer, like not seem as anxious and less aggressive on himself.
Yeah. Well, we'll see throughout the day today, and I guess it's too early to still even give an input on it. We'll see at the end of the day how everything turns out.
But it's cool to get our little feedback every now and then.
Yeah.
So one thing Hugo and I said is we see Christian a little bit chiller, a little bit like just, you know, like the movement of the body, a little bit calmer, and
he's more attentive.
We only have to say something once, maybe twice, and he turns, you know, and looks at us. So
far it's only been once for me.
Yeah, I would say 1 too. How you doing? Straight. I'm sorry. But doesn't seem like nauseous or anything, so that's good. Find it. No way. Let me see. Oh, nice. Finally. I told Haiti that she needed to find the 4-leaf clover, and she was like, what, really? So then she finally found it. You see? Muscles, Christian.
These are the train tracks, Christian.
Where the train goes.
Yep. exactly where the
Don't go
train
on here
comes.
unless you're with an adult and the train is not coming.
Yeah, it's not good to walk here, Christian.
Here, let's take a picture.
We are walking just to show you.
What to do with my phone?
Payday, come here, get in the picture.
Something small that I did notice was that when he was eating a lot calmer, a lot slower, and he wasn't like stuffing his mouth, and he was using his spoon and fork a lot better than normally. Normally he tries to like dig his hands into the food. There's a lot of sensory into it. He'll stim and throw the food everywhere a lot of times. That day I noticed, it was a big notice that it was very calm. All right, it is 4 o'clock and we're gonna do the final little serving for today. Christian, come here, buddy. Good morning, guys. So today's Wednesday, October 6th. We are on our way to ABA therapy, running late, of course. Christian is chugging the water over there. Hello, Christian. In a good mood, happy, slept well, ate well. Now we're ready. I do have a meeting with his team, his ABA team. So we're going to discuss CBD, some schedule changes, and anything else that we have to bring up in the meeting. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I also need to give you guys the CBD update. It's been 3 days going on 4. Lots to talk about. We did some dosage errors, things like that. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys about that because it's really important to let you guys know what I've seen and what I'm changing up. All right, so I'm finally able to sit down and talk to you guys. I have so much information written down on my phone because I obviously want to take data on what I'm seeing with the CBD so that we can keep track of any big, changes or any kind of reaction to the CBD. So I am taking notes. So the first day that we started it was Sunday. As you guys saw in this vlog, it was a very chill day. We gave it to him a little later than we wanted to, 11:30, and he did not have any kind of like reaction to it afterwards. He, in the sense of like a bad reaction, he didn't seem like he was in pain, didn't have a tummy ache, didn't have diarrhea, nothing like that. Breathing was good, everything was good, and he did seem a lot calmer. The dosing is so confusing because in my mind, I've been researching it, and the numbers, the way that you say it, it's so confusing. I thought I was giving him like 100 milligrams, which no, I wasn't. For his CBD right now that we got, it's a local shop and it has information on the website, and through them, it says that every drop is 0.8 milligrams of CBD. So we gave him to start 12 drops the first time. So that was equal to 9.6 milligrams. And that was just one dose. So we gave him 2 doses that day, like the same amount, 12 drops. So in the morning, we went to the park and he was super chill. He seemed, when I say chill, don't think it's like, because my mom was like, was he like, ugh? It's like, no, that's like THC. That's like the THC in like these things. And that doesn't have that. We're just giving him plain CBD. So it's not like it gets you in that like high. It's more just like a relaxing your body. So even though he was very calm, when I say that, he was still fidgeting. Like, it's not like it's taking away his STIMS, which I don't want him to like have to take away the STIMS. I just want him to be relaxed because there's a difference between like stimming and enjoying like a natural stim where he's regulating himself versus like it seems like he needs to move and bite himself and it's like very, very aggressive. So I did see his body calm. I noticed that he was listening a lot better to what we were saying whenever we would call his name, give him 1-step directions. It was very a reactive versus having usually a delay in his response. Like he was responding really well. Another big thing that we noticed in the morning throughout the day was that he wasn't biting himself. He had no biting during that time, which usually a lot of times it's aggressive when he's frustrated. And also now it seemed like he was biting himself really hard as a sensory thing because he was going in hard, like biting hard. And it seemed like it was anytime he was chilling, when he was mad, when he was eating, like it didn't matter when, like it was just like a sensory thing. And there was no biting to that day. He was like even listening to what people were saying like during FaceTime. Like I remember I wrote it down when my sisters would call. And he wasn't even seeing them on the phone. He was just listening to me. He was around there and they said his name and said something. And he was just like smiling and like kind of like smirking, like if it was an inside joke. And that's amazing because it wasn't even, usually I'll put the phone in front of him and he doesn't care, but this time he was just listening and he was very attentive to them. So that was really cool to see. I noticed that his eating was calmer. Like when he was eating the yogurt, he was not like scarfing it down and touching it and doing all the sensory things. It was literally eating calmly, and it was like the cleanest eating I've seen. But the sucky part was that when we gave him the second time, same amount of drops, he seemed good throughout the day, but like at 8:30, I noticed that he started crying, and he got diarrhea, and it seemed like something was hurting him. The only thing I could think was that maybe his tummy was hurting because he had diarrhea. It seemed like maybe he had that upset stomach. So I felt really bad about that. I gave him a shower, and within like 30 minutes, he wasn't crying anymore. It just breaks my heart to know that he was feeling some kind of way and he couldn't tell me. So I got pretty nervous about it, and I instantly told Hugo, we have to lower it. So it was probably the fact that we gave him such a high amount for his first day, and in two servings versus 3 times a day. So I think that's kind of like the biggest thing that happened. But the second day, which was Monday when he was going to therapy, I decided to lower the dose to, instead of 12 drops, I ended up cutting that in like more than half. I did 5. And I noticed that it was not as helpful. In reality, I feel like it actually made him more restless and aggressive. When I was dropping him off after his 5 drops, he was biting himself. He seemed very restless. So it was kind of like an opposite effect. And then he was given 5 drops in the middle of the day as well. And with that, they did say in the therapy center that he did seem calmer. He was not biting himself as often. He also said he didn't want to wait for the swing and grabbed his iPad and requested to walk outside, which is amazing. You guys know how much we've been trying to use the device. When I got there and he was waiting, he was happy and calm, and he even grabbed his iPad and didn't want to wait anymore. So he said all done on his iPad, which it correlates, like it makes sense. So that was amazing to see as well. When we got to the car, he did seem a little bit restless, and he had 3 biting instances. So the dose, I already can tell that we definitely have to try to tweak it. And you know, like this process is going to be a little bit of a process. So definitely it's a work in progress. So yesterday, and sorry if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. I want to be pretty detailed on giving you guys some information, because I know that there's a lot of parents like myself that are hesitant about it and want more information. So hopefully this video helps you guys. Yesterday, I ended up giving him 10 drops. So I upped it to 10, and that means it was 8 milligrams at 8:30. And then during the car drive, there was no behaviors. He was super happy, super chill. So the sucky part about throughout the week is that I don't have him for more than like an hour and a half in the morning after I give him the dose. So I can only see a little bit of whatever behaviors might come out. But when I'm with him, he seemed happy and content. And he had his usual STIMS, you know, chill, relaxed. I also gave him another 8 drops this time to give during the middle of the day at 1:30. And the RBT said that he was very calm, had minimal biting, ate all his food, which I was making sure to keep track of because he loves to eat. So if he wasn't eating, maybe upset stomach. They said he didn't seem upset, like if he had any kind of like upset stomach or diarrhea. Once he was with me, he seemed calm. He did bite himself once, but he did seem calm until we got close to the next therapy center for OT and speech. And I noticed that he was a little bit more attentive to like emotions and things around him. So I'm wondering if he got a little upset because we were going to another therapy center, which never happens. And I like seeing that, like him showing his emotions is amazing. Usually when it's dark, he doesn't show that he's scared. Recently, Hugo and I noticed that when we were going into like a dark bathroom, he showed a little bit of fear, which it's like a reaction, an emotion, showing more emotion. So that was really cool to see as well. I didn't tell his occupational therapist that I was giving him CBD because I wanted to see what she would say after the session, just to get like a real authentic idea of like if his session went better or not. And she did say that he had an amazing session, that he was very attentive, a lot calmer. He was focused. He did really good in the bathroom when he was washing his hands. He did good with the puzzle. And after that, I told her that we started CBD on Sunday, and she was like, I was wondering like, what's so different about Christian right now? So I told her, you know, we're still working on the dosage, and, you know, like things might be a little bit shifting a bit, but that we are really excited with what's going on. You know, today I had my meeting with the BCBA. We looked at the data that was collected this week, and his biting was like at 6 to 10 every day, and it went down to a lot less, like cut in half. So that's really cool to see, and like that they're tracking it. It's amazing. He's doing really good with like the new receptive stuff that they introduced this week. The behaviors are low. Today when we went and I observed a little bit, he was very calm. The other time when I went in there and I had to leave, he was upset and he was very restless. This time when I was leaving, he was a lot calmer. He smiled, he looked at me, like got really close to my face and just gave me like a lot of loving, like just the way that he was looking and getting close to me. It's really cool to just see him be happy, like, and not feel like he's something in his body is just like in a constant need or seeking and like he can't get it. So I'm really excited. The only thing that was scary was that first day when I think we just gave him too much too quickly and he got an upset stomach, but that was towards the end of the day, and every other day has been better. Right now, currently he's taking about 14 milligrams a day. I break that up into 3, pretty much when he eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And towards the end of the day, I give him less drops. In the morning and in the midday is when I give him the most drops, because that's when he really needs it, I feel like. He's never had a problem with sleeping, and even with this, he's sleeping really well. So overall, it seems like it's doing really good. You know, I know it's just been a few days, but I'm really excited about what I'm seeing. And the fact that it's not upsetting his stomach anymore, I'm really happy about that. I think what happens with CBD also is it's like something new in your system, and your system kind of has to like build up tolerance. So he might have like a little bit of like a runny stool. So I'm keeping an eye on that. But definitely I'm slowly upping it. I'm looking to do about 20 milligrams per day. And if he needs more, then we can build on it. I've been looking at like Facebook groups about CBD and Charlotte's Web and all those other groups that are out there. I talked to the dispensary about it as well. I've been trying to do a lot of research, and we came to the conclusion that between 20 to 50 milligrams is about ideal for his size. He's a big boy, about 105 pounds, and he is 7 years old. So that's the conclusion, and we're slowly building up to about 20, which is what I saw the first day did really well, but it was just too much in one go. So first day he did have about 18 milligrams. So we're slowly getting to that point. I'm increasing it by between 1 to 2 drops a day. And then we're going to kind of like maintain him in that area for a little while if we continue to see that it's going good. So that is where we're at right now. The biggest things that I'm seeing is his stimming is more relaxed versus like a need and can't find the release that he was seeking. His stimming is a lot calmer. He's not biting himself as much. He is seeming happy. He's more attentive and engaging. He seems to be able to understand a little bit more, and he's initiating more communication with his device, honestly. So I'm going to keep an eye on all of this. I'm still tracking. I literally have my little notes full of daily what I've been seeing, and I'll keep doing that. And I will definitely pick up the camera and record more and show you guys a little bit more. I also did some homeschooling. I've been slacking on it, honestly. It's been kind of tough the last few weeks with my pregnancy, but just like the way that I've been feeling. So I actually, before this, I was trying to read him books, and he was just not having it with me. I think it felt like a chore. I tried doing it yesterday and the day before. I read him some new books, and we were in bed, and we were just like kind of like a hangout, like natural environment. And he was looking at it, he was touching it, he was letting me read to him. And then yesterday I did some shape sorters, which if you guys have seen my homeschooling videos, he does not like. We did it on the bed, again, natural environment, very chill, and he did them all with some assistance, but the fact that he wasn't frustrated and trying to leave was amazing. So I will definitely keep you guys posted, like I said, and I will pick up the camera again and give you guys more updates on this. Let me know if you guys are trying this or want to try it, maybe considering it. Any questions you guys have, I'll try my best to answer the best that I know right now, and I'll answer the questions in the comments, or maybe in the next video if I see a lot of questions. So I hope you guys found this video useful, and I will see you guys in the next video.